So we got news, a plan. Everything has a purpose, and we had a purpose. And in this plan, we might be translated. The plan included I don't even know how to put it into human words. It was a translation to something different, to evolve into a state that was godlike, to die physically of this body, leave this body, and become one with God. In the process of this plan, we knew that we were going to have to die. And I think that everyone accepted. There's a t-shirt Peter Gent used to wear that said, "Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die to get there." It's funny, but we knew that we might have to die to get to heaven. So it was understood and it was accepted as part of a possible plan. And in this plan, we had to be strong, had to be willing to kill a group of people if we needed to, or just yourself, so that we would all die at the same time and all be translated as part of the Wave Sheaf. I was given a grenade. I said, what if I can't pull the pin? What if I can't do it? And a man said to me, I got you covered. If you can't do it, I'll do it. So I was willing, and I took on that responsibility. If I needed to explode a grenade with 4 other women hunched around me, I was going to be that strong, and I was going to be able to do that. I convinced myself that I could do that. It took some convincing, but I could do it. And then I don't really remember much other than preparing myself for that inevitability if it occurred. But then eventually, and I think I had a grenade. I think I was actually given a grenade for the event if it occurred. But then something changed, and we were told the plan was no more. So something changed, and the plan was no more. It's really hard when we were all split up like we were. I was in a certain room, other people were in a certain room, and we didn't have our studies anymore, so we didn't have a common place to meet. When David was about to die, the communication amongst everyone inside was hard to achieve. What you got was bits and pieces, and I didn't get the whole story, but I got as much as I could and tried to move forward with what I had. But eventually, we heard that God told David to wait. So at this point, we've got to get together. We have got to hear what is going on, because we're not all on the same page. We don't all know what the story is. So a lot of us gathered in the cafeteria area, and we're trying to get Steve or someone to come and tell us, okay, what is God's plan now? And we were praying and communing together, and eventually told not to do that we don't need to be together, that we don't know God's plan yet, and we're not going to find out, so just disperse again. Which is tough when you really want to know something as a human being. But I think the lesson that we all learned was that no one knows God's plan, even David. And at that point, even David did not know God's plan. That's the hardest thing to learn. As much as we had learned about all the seals, how the entire Old Testament, New Testament, 60 some odd books of the Bible come together as one thing, all this knowledge was but a speck compared to the omnipotent Creator. So we knew nothing. All that we knew, and we knew nothing. We didn't know God's plan. All we knew is that we had to wait until David heard from God.